Are you sitting down? Because what you're about to hear is not just another rumor, it's the kind of emotional confession that shakes a whole industry. Make sure you subscribe, like, and leave a comment, because once this story unfolds, you will want to be part of every second of what happens next. This isn't gossip. This is a love story gone to war, a dream that refuses to die, and a heart that cannot let go even after everything has burned. It all started with a quiet whisper, a sentence shared not with the cameras, not with the lights, not with the world, but with someone trusted. A sentence that would become the most explosive truth of this year. Barış Baktaş, the man who has walked through fire, whose name has lived inside headlines filled with scandal and heartbreak, confessed the only thing his heart truly wants now, to one day have a child with Yağmur. Not a new house, not a clean reputation, not peace, not distance, not a reset. A child. With her. People close to him swear he didn't say it like a fantasy. He didn't smile. He didn't dramatize. They say he looked like a man confessing something he'd been holding in his chest so long, it had carved its own home in his bones. They say he breathed out the words like they hurt him. Everything got ruined. Everything got loud. But if I could fix one thing in life, I would have had a child with Yağmur. Those who heard it say the room fell silent. No one knew what to respond. Because how do you answer a man who has tasted fatherhood but still aches for the child he never had? How do you look into the eyes of someone who lost love, lost trust, lost control, and is now standing there holding onto a dream made of heartbreak and hope at the same time? They say a storm passes, but what if the storm becomes home? For Barış, love never ended, it simply changed shape. It turned into longing. It turned into regret. And now it turned into a future he can only imagine, a future with Yağmur, the woman who, even in absence, even in pain, still owns a piece of his destiny. Insiders describe him lately as quiet, distant, a man living inside thoughts too fragile to speak out loud. They say when he talks about Yağmur, his voice lowers. His face changes. His eyes get that faraway look, the look of someone replaying memories that cut and warm at the same time. He remembers her smile. He remembers how proud he felt standing beside her. He remembers the feeling of belonging to someone not because he had to, but because he wanted to. They were fire and oxygen. They were chaos and comfort. A love so loud it couldn't survive silence, but too real to disappear. And just when the world thought it was done, a confession brought all the stories back to life. But what about Yağmur? Sources close to her say when she heard his words, she froze. Not angry, not relieved, not triumphant, just stunned. Imagine hearing that the man who once broke your heart now dreams of building a family with you. Imagine the ache of knowing that the future he sees is the one you once cried yourself to sleep wishing for. One friend claims Yağmur whispered to herself, "Why now?" like someone reopening a wound they tried so hard to close. Some say she hasn't slept much since. Others say she has been walking around her home cleaning, cooking, sitting in silence, doing anything not to feel too much at once. Because, let's be honest, she loved him in the kind of way that rearranges who you are. The kind of love you don't just move on from. They didn't separate because they stopped loving. They separated because love alone wasn't enough to hold the weight of jealousy, pressure, and expectation. And now, everything rises again. Fans are already screaming online. He still loves her. They are meant to build a future together. This love story isn't finished. They will be parents one day, I feel it. Others aren't so forgiving. He already has a child. He needs to accept reality. She deserves peace, not another heartbreak. This dream is selfish, love shouldn't come with wounds. And the cruelest voices blame her, blame him, blame destiny, blame life. There are those who say she will run back to him. There are those who swear she never will. There are those who believe fate will drag them toward each other again whether they like it or not. But what no one can deny is that the confession has changed everything. The industry is shaking. The fans are divided. And there is a strange electric air around them again, like lightning hiding inside a cloud, waiting, waiting, waiting. Meanwhile, his family? Torn apart by fear and fatigue. Some believe this dream is the only real part of him left, the last piece of his heart. Others think if Yağmur returns, he will lose everything again. They worry she is the love that makes him feel alive, and the love that could break him forever. Rumors even say his mother cried when she heard. Not out of anger or rejection, but out of fear. Mothers recognize when love becomes destiny, and destiny becomes danger. And her family? They remember every tear, every night she disappeared into her room, every morning her voice cracked, trying to sound strong. They do not want her to stand in the same storm again. They want her to choose peace. But the heart never listens to logic. It remembers what the soul refuses to bury. Then there's the most painful part, the child already born. A child whose existence many say changed everything, twisted everything, wounded everything. And yet, here he is, dreaming not just of fatherhood, but fatherhood specifically with Yağmur. It is not a rejection of the life he has. It is grief for the life he lost, and longing for the life he once imagined. What if love isn't about time? What if love is about energy and some souls never disconnect? Maybe they burned each other. Maybe they broke each other. But maybe, just maybe, they also belong to each other. Is this toxic? Is this fate? Is this madness or destiny or both? Every love story has a turning point. And this sentence, this simple, aching dream, may be the moment everything cracks open again. The world is watching. She is thinking. He is waiting. And destiny never forgets lovers like this. So tell me, should they follow this dream? Should two hearts who once set each other on fire try again, even if the flames rise higher this time? Should they become parents one day, or should the universe finally close this chapter? Comment your thoughts below, hit subscribe, and don't forget to like, because this story isn't ending here. It is breathing again, trembling again, waking up again. And whatever happens next, it will shake us all.